Please support my channel by clicking on this red subscribe button right below the video. Once you get subscribed to my channel, do not forget to click on this bell icon right next to it in order to get notifications about my latest videos. And last but not least, if you like this video, please click on this like button in order to show me your love. Hey guys, it's me Shabaz here from Adam's Tech Guide. I hope you guys are doing really well during this pandemic situation. I'm just hoping for the best for all of you guys. Thanks a lot for being a part of my tech family. Thanks a lot for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. Today I'm super excited because today I've got something really new for you guys. This is something which you guys will learn and you guys will be able to achieve a lot of things, especially when it comes to automating things in your computer. You guys will not have to come sit on your computer physically and work on your computer, because this will get your work done without you even sitting on the computer. So guys, today's video is specifically focusing on automation, how to make a bot. This is something really new on my channel. I haven't done this before. I'm bringing Python into consideration. This Python is really new to me because I've been learning this since last 2.5 weeks. I took my interest in Python because of the automation. I'm not a guy who is coming from the programming or language background. Since I wanted to bring new things to my channel, I thought of taking automation into consideration and bringing up new things for you guys on my channel. So this is one part of it. There will be other parts as well coming on my channel. This is in regards to automation, kind of local automation to say. This will only work on your computer. Now, when it comes to non-internet things, which do not require internet connectivity. I'm also coming up with one of the other videos which will help you guys to get into web automation. You guys will be able to automate things going on a website like Chrome. So I'm also trying to bring that into picture. I'm also trying to bring a lot of new things which will help you guys to learn coding as well. There are lots of new things in the pipeline to come. Enough of talking already. Without wasting any further ado, let's get started with the video. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a bot for your computer who will help you to do your task. In this video, we will be taking a specific task to perform. The task is going to be how to make a bootable flash drive for our Windows system. So I made a bot who will actually help me to, to write a image file for Windows on a flash drive and make that bootable, make that flash drive bootable. I'm gonna let you guys know how to automate things. So basically, we will be working on the platform called Python. This is one of the very well-known software. We've got certification for this Python as well. So if you guys want to learn more about Python, you guys can go ahead and learn. There are two things on which I would like to emphasize. The first thing is the writing software. The software which I'm using to make a bootable flash drive in this video is not recommended because that software actually works slow. So I would request you guys to go with the other software. Just try searching it on Google. There are lots of softwares to use. The concept will remain the same. The automation will remain the same. It's just the position which you guys need to understand. So once you guys understand the concept of recognizing the position, you guys will be able to automate things by yourself. So yeah, without wasting any further ado, let's hit the intro and get started with the video. So guys, let's start the video. First off, you'll need the software to run our bot. You have to go to internet and download Python. I'll be, giving you guys a link in the description. Come to this page. There will be a download session right here. You'll have to click on this, and the latest version will be, on this box. So make sure that you click on this one in order to get the latest version. So at time when I'm recording this video, the latest version of Python is 3.8.2. Click on this box and download the setup file of Python. Once you are done, you will come to the page which will be like this. So guys, once you see this page, you have to make sure you click on these two check boxes, which is recommended. So after installing Python on your computer, you'll have to right click on this PC and you'll have to click on properties. In properties, you'll have to click on advanced system settings, and from here you'll have to click on environment variables. You have to click on path and you'll have to click on edit, and in this page you'll have to click on new. Now once you click on new, you will be able to enter the new path variable to this page. So I'll go to start. So I'll right click on Python and I'll click on open file location. So this is my file location. I will again right click on this application and I will click on open file location. So this is my path. So I will come here I'll click here and I will press Ctrl C. I'll go ahead and I will double click here and I will add the path, like just Ctrl V, and the path will be added. Now I will not add this path because it's already added to my computer, so I'm going to click on cancel. After that, I will again have to add one more path to the environment variable, which is this one, system variables. So one, you have to add in the user variables for your username, and the second, you have to add in the system variables. So highlight this path again and click on edit. Once you click on edit, now from here you'll have to click on new, and you can add the path here. So I'm not adding it because I've already added the path, so I'm going to click on cancel. So once you guys have installed Python and once you guys have successfully added the path in the environment variable for Python application, you guys can come to the search and type in command prompt. Once you guys have the command prompt open, just type in Python to check if you have done things correctly. So I'm gonna press enter, and here we are in Python console. These three arrows indicate that I am in the Python console. If you guys have any error message at this point, you can go to Google and check for the error, and just make sure you have Python installed on your computer correctly and you have Python console popping up when you type in Python in the command prompt box. So apart from this, what you can do is you can also check the functionality of it by typing in Python. Once you type in Python, press enter, and you have the Python window right here, so you don't have to go to command prompt. You can just open Python console by typing in Python here, and this is the Python console. So Python console will work properly, but the only thing which will bother us is gonna be command prompt. There are chances that we will not get Python console popping up in our command prompt because of XYZ reasons, because command prompt actually needs the environment variables to be configured properly in order to get the Python console up running in the command prompt, which actually gives us the flexibility, because command prompt actually has a lot of flexibility, and there are lots of things which you can do using the command prompt. So I'm not going to go into in-depth explanation of what exactly it is, but I will just be as clear as possible just for you guys to understand what exactly are we working on. Now once we are done installing Python, we need few add-ons which will help us to get our things done. So we have to install the thing called PIP, that's pip. Just come to this website. I will again post this link in the description. You guys can click on a link, and so this link will help you to get PIP installed in your Python console. So it actually gives you instructions how to install pip. You'll have to come to the other link, which is this one. I will again post the link in the description. You have to install pyautogui in your Python, which will help us to automate things. Guys, this is a very important component of our today's video, because this actually helps you to automate your keyboard and the mouse. The entire graphical user interface will be able to get automated by this this add-on. So you have to make sure this add-on gets installed on your Python application correctly. You come to this link and follow the process. I mean, this will help you to install the latest version of pyautogui or pyautogui. Now once you guys have done installing this, you'll have to close the web browser, and then you guys have to just check if you guys have things correctly installed. So I'm gonna go to my Python. So guys, I will be referring to command prompt most of the times because it's actually convenient for me to use. If you guys want, you guys can also use Python or else the idle, which is idle, which is the development kit for Python. So I don't use this one most of the time because it actually I don't feel comfortable working on this. I prefer my command prompt console in order to get my work done. So I'm in Python now. I'll have to check if I have pyautogui properly installed in my computer. So I'll check it by typing import space pyautogui. So if you don't get any error message after typing this command, that means you have successfully installed pyautogui. So my pip is properly installed because I'm able to install time, I'm able to import OS, I think all of the add-ons are properly installed in my computer. Now once we are done with this, we have installed all of the important components which is required for us to run this bot. So guys, I am going to keep this video in a systematic manner in order for you guys to understand things. First off, we'll open this bot program using a notepad, and I will copy entire thing from here, and I will open the Word program so that you guys can see things properly. I'll open WordPad and I'll paste the entire thing here, and I'm gonna go from top to bottom one by one. So from here to here, I'm gonna go one by one. First off, we are importing OS. So we are importing OS because we want the features for our operating system to function in a proper way. We are importing pyautogui as PE. So importing pyautogui will help us to automate our cursor to move from one location to the other location, and it will also help us to automate our keyboard typings. So we are importing pyautogui because we want to automate our keyboard and mouse functionality, and we are importing our pyautogui as PE because pyautogui seems to be a big word altogether, so we are importing it as PE and making it simple. So wherever I need to put in pyautogui, I'll just have to put in PE. It's a short term for pyautogui, so we don't have to, you know, type in this big word. Import time. This is required for us to give intervals in between. Your coding doesn't work properly if it doesn't has pauses in between, because it totally depends upon your system speed. If your system is not that smooth, it may it may end up doing something else on your computer. So it's very important for us to import time in order to give pauses. As you guys have seen that I have given time sleep. I've also given time sleep in a lot of places because I just want my thing to work smoothly. So import subprocess will help us to open program from our computer. So this is just a way to help our Python recognize the programs which are pre-installed on our computer. So these all are the commands which is really important for you guys to put. So you'll have to make sure you start your Python by entering these commands. If you have not entered this command, your bot will not function properly. So your entire code depends upon these 4 lines. So I'm gonna just open Python, and I'll let you know how it works. So guys, make sure you guys have done the import of these add-ons in your Python first in order to start programming your bot. So the other line is going to be os.startfile, and this is the location for the file you want to start. So I want to start WordPad. So this is the location for WordPad. In order to get the location, you'll have to just type in the name for the application, right click on it and click on open file location. So this is the application. I'll again right click on it and I'll click on open file location. So this is the location for my WordPad. Now guys, as you can see in the entire address, I have the backslashes everywhere. So in order for us to run this in Python, we'll have to make sure we change it to the /. I will paste this, and I have the /slashes removed by the backslashes in the address here. I'm gonna press enter. As you guys can see, it has opened the Word file. I'm gonna close this. So that's it for the first line. So this line will help us to open the WordPad. So yeah, first off, we'll have to open the WordPad. Now, the next line is the time.sleep. This will help our program to sleep for a while. Like, it will help our program to give a pause for 1 second after opening the WordPad. By this, I'm giving instruction to my cursor to move to the location which is 268 and 70. In order for you to select the location where to move your cursor, you first have to understand to figure out the location for that particular point. So you first have to understand that your entire screen has its pixels, and each and every pixels has its own number. So the numbers are counted on the basis of the y-axis and the x-axis. So in order for me to figure out the location where I want to click, or else where I want to take my cursor from this location to wherever I want, I have to figure out the location, the pixel location for that particular point. So if I want to take my cursor from here to here, I have to know the location for this particular pixel, which is right here. So in order to figure out that, you'll have to type in PE, since we have changed pyautogui to PE. So PE stands for pyautogui, and then you'll have to put in the dot, and then you'll have to type in position and bracket open and bracket close. So now this command will help you to get the number for the location where you want to take your cursor. So I'm going to take my cursor wherever I want, and I'll get the number for that particular location. So I'm going to take my cursor right here, since I want the location for this application. So I'll take my cursor here and I'll press enter, and as you guys can see, it has given me the x-axis and the y-axis number. These are the number which will help us to move our cursor to this location. I'm going to show you guys things in a real time. So I am going to type in pyautogui, that is pe.moveTo. So guys, make sure you type in T in an uppercase and click on the move to. Make sure you have this T in uppercase, bracket open, and I will type in the x-axis and the y-axis. So this is going to be 33, 641, and then again comma. Now I will put in the number. So this number is actually the seconds which my cursor will take to move from this location to this. So if I press 2, that means I'm instructing my cursor to move from this location to this location in 2 seconds. So I'm going to close the bracket and I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I'll press enter, and as you guys can see, my cursor has moved to that location in 2 seconds. Now if you type in 3, it will be the movement will be slower according to the numbers. So I will move my cursor in 5 seconds and I'll press enter. Now as you guys can see, it's taking 5 seconds for this cursor to move from one location to the other. So this is how it works, guys. The movement totally depends upon the number. The smoothness of the cursor's movement totally depends upon the numbers of the seconds you are entering in this bracket. So if I give it 1, the movement will be much faster. So if I have my cursor right here, it will move on these on the location within a very short span of time, as you guys can see right there. So this is how you automate your mouse. Now guys, we have learned how to move our cursor from one location to the other. Now we'll learn how to click on this location in order to open this application. Now pe.moveTo will help us to move from one location to the other. Now pe.click will help us to click on this location. So I'm going to go ahead and click on pe.33.641. So now I'm going to give a number. So this number will not indicate the seconds, rather this number will indicate the clicks on that location. So if I give 1, that means this will make it 1 click. If I give number 2, this will give 2 clicks on that location. So I'm going to just press enter, and it will open this application, as you guys can see, in a very short while. Again, that application was already opened. I'm going to again type in this and I'll press enter, and as you guys can see, it has double clicked on that application and opened it. Now I'm going to automate things and show you guys in a real time how it works. So let's go ahead and type in pe.moveTo in 1 second. Let's see, 2 seconds, and then we will give comma, and then we will give the other command, which is this one. So we are giving it a command to move the cursor from here to here and double click on it. Okay, so let's keep this cursor right here. So I'm going to press enter. As you guys can see, my cursor moved from one location to the other, and it has double clicked on this location, which is this application, and it has opened the application. So guys, this is how you automate your mouse to move from one place to the other and double click on that location. These were the mouse movements. I'm gonna skip all the mouse movements from this command because I have already shown you guys how to figure out the location and how to automate your mouse to go from one location to the other and click. So clicks and location and cursor movements are done. So this command will open the Word file. This command will make it pause for 1 second. This command will move the cursor from one location to the other, and this command will actually help the WordPad to change the font size so that the fonts become bigger. And then you pe.typewrite. Okay guys, now this is the command which will help you to type. This is the command which will automate your keyboard. So this is also one of the important thing. I'm going to show you guys how it works. So first off, I will open my WordPad. So this command will help me to open my WordPad. As you guys can see, it's here. Now after I open my WordPad, I'm going to give a sleep time for 1 second. So I'm going to give it time.sleep for, let's say, 1 second. Okay, not 1 second, let's say, okay, 1 second, keep it 1 second. Now in order for me to type on the note, so by this I'm opening the WordPad, and in order for me to start typing on the WordPad, I need to give it a command. So this command will automatically type on the keyboard without me typing physically on the keyboard. Now the command is typewrite. So okay, now guys, make sure you type in PE before everything. Once it comes to automation of keyboard and mouse, make sure you type in PE, which stands for pyautogui. So pe.typewrite. Okay, now in typewrite, you'll have to open the bracket. You have to give a colon, and then you'll have to type in whatever you want to type on the notepad. So hello, hello there. This is my bot. Okay, and then I'm gonna give single colon, and then I'll close the bracket. Now before closing the bracket, you'll have to make sure you give comma, and you'll have to give a second it requires for this typing to happen, so 0.1 seconds. And I'll press enter. So this is how you type in things on a WordPad or wherever you want. So guys, that was the command to automate your keyboard typings. I'm gonna close this. So let's do one thing. Let's enter this command, and again I am going to give a comma. So if it is a combination of two keys, you'll have to type in the command which is a pe.hotkey. So this is the command which will help you to press the combinations. So pe.hotkey, and then I'm gonna press Alt plus F4. So I'm gonna open the colon, and I'll type in Alt, close the colon, comma, and then I will open the colon again and press F4, close the colon, and okay. Once my notepad is done with the writing thing, this command will press Alt and F4 in order to close the WordPad. Now there's this catch here. Once you do this, it will not give any pause. So after this command gets over, automatically it will press the Alt and F4, and it will bring a pop-up if you want to save that Word file. So guys, here we have the important command which will help us to give it a pause in between. So I'm going to give time sleep bracket and give a pause of 1 second, and then I will give the command for hotkeys, which is Alt and F4, and then I'm going to give comma. Now I'm going to give one more command which is required for us to press special keys like enter or escape, whatever. If you want to press one key, you guys have to type in pe.press and then comma, and open the bracket, colon, and then I'm gonna press enter. So Alt and F4, and then I'm gonna give time sleep, let's say 1 second, or let's say 3 seconds, because we'll have to figure out that dialog box in order for us to see things in real time. So time.sleep. I can press the tab button to move our selection from save to do not save or don't save, and I'll then press enter. So guys, I'm gonna let you guys know what this command will do. First off, this command will open the WordPad, then it will give a sleep for 1 second, and then it will start typing the message, which is this one. Then it will stop for 1 second because there is this time sleep in between. Now after that, it will give afterward it will give a key press of Alt plus F4, which will bring up the dialog box on the screen, and then it will give a time sleep for 3 seconds. Let's make it 2 seconds. Let's make it 2 seconds so that it just works in a smoother way. So it will give a time sleep for 2 seconds, and then it will press the tab button, which will actually move our selection from the button which says save to do not save or don't save, and then it will press enter to close that WordPad. So this is how we program things. I'm gonna press enter, and let's see how it works. So enter, it has the WordPad, it's typing the message, it's gonna press Alt F4. Alright, I think there's something wrong. Okay, I think we'll have to give a comma in between Alt and F4 in order for this command to work. So let's give it a comma, and let's see if it works. Enter. It's gonna type itself. Alt F4, move the selection from save to don't save, and closed. That's how it works, guys. So this is the command which will help you to open the WordPad, type in the command, and close it without saving. If you want to save it, you can rather do not. You can rather remove this thing if you want to save it. So so if I'm not wrong and if my calculations are correct, once these commands get over, it will ask us the location where you want to save the file. So enter. It's typing its message. Clicking on save, and now it's asking me to give the location where I want to save my file. So this is how it works, guys. It's plain and simple, easy to understand. You guys just have to figure out which command or which code to enter in order to do what. So far we have done the keyboard typing, we have done the application opening, we have done the time sleep, we have done the movement of our cursor from one location to the other, double clicking on the application or double clicking on that specific location. So I think most of these things have been covered. I think we have also covered this one. So this will help us to open this software, which is an image writing software. So if I paste this command and if I press enter, it will open this application in the background. These 3 lines will help us to open the application, bring the application in front, check mark the box which says quick format, and it will go to the point which will help us to browse the Windows image file, and I will click on that particular location. So I'm going to enter that command. So guys, before entering this command, you'll have to make sure you have closed all the background application, because it has the command Alt tab to bring the background application in front. I'm just worried about my screen recording software, because I think once I press Alt tab, it will bring my screen recording software. Let's do one thing. Let's keep this program opened, so that we have only 2 programs running. So if I press Alt tab, it will bring the disk writing software or image writing software. Now once I do this, I will have to make sure I remove the code which will open the application. So let's do one thing. Let's time sleep 1 hotkey. Okay, I think this should bring this application in front. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Okay, as you guys can see, the cursor moved from here to here. Now guys, it's not clicking on the button because I have not plugged in the flash drive. So let me just plug in the flash drive and show you guys things. So guys, these are the codes which I have used to automate the entire thing. I know this is a little bit confusing, but this is just to get the basics cleared. So first you have to understand the basic, how to do what, because it totally depends upon your mouse movements, your keyboard key presses and everything, and the entire thing will be automated. So Finally, we are moving to the final part of this video, which is to run this bot and see how it initiates the writing process of the image file on our flash drive. We'll move ourselves to the camera and see how it works. So that's it guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, you guys can write your questions in the comments box down there. Please do subscribe to my channel, Adam's Tech Guide, and please do not forget to click on the bell icon right next to it in order to get the further notification about my latest videos. Thanks a lot for being a part of this video. Thanks a lot again for joining me in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.